Hi, FlossTube.
Hello, FlossTube.
I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is
Just Keep Stitchin',
episode 144.
12 squared is 144. Cause math.
There you go. We've expanded.
Happy Easter, everyone.
Happy Easter, everybody. Hope you had a great Easter in spite of it being a very different Easter for most of you.
Yeah.
It is currently pouring down here.
I mean,
So
pouring is being a little dramatic, Pam.
It's pouring.
It's raining.
It's pouring. So we're having our April showers.
Yes. In hopes of Mayflowers.
We're not going to be planting them. That's for
That's
sure.
for sure.
We just don't do that.
Not.
We just don't do that kind of thing.
Nope.
Hope you're well. Hope
Yes.
you've been getting a lot of stitching done.
Mm-hmm.
And other things, perhaps, around the house that, you never had time to do. Now you have all kinds of time to do it.
Anybody else out there was like, yeah, I have all this time on my hands. I should do all those things. I said I do when I had time, and you're not doing any of them.
Yeah, that's always the way, right?
Yeah, mm-hmm. That would be me.
It's kind of like, nope, still not in the mood.
Nope. Don't want to be forced into it. Thank you.
Right. Well, we've had a pretty good week.
We have. I want to first. We'll go chronologically here because that seems to make the most sense in my brain. So, I want to first and foremost thank every single person who partook in some way, shape, or form with the Keepsakes Instagram live sale that was last Monday. It was so exciting. I am still just like fascinated with how that whole thing went. Like everyone was so enthusiastic. Everyone played so nicely together in the sandbox.
Yes.
And everything that I was worried about, I didn't have to be.
That's right.
So, thank you all so much for your continued support of Keepsakes and of a family business and a small business, and we love you all. Thank you so much. I will say, so it's a little bit different, obviously. I think just about everyone's job looks a little bit different now. And so we're trying to be really conscientious about like only having one person in the building at Keepsakes at a time. And so I worked Monday, Tuesday. I know I talked with a lot of you who claimed items in the live sale either Monday or Tuesday. And then Susan worked Wednesday, then we were closed Thursday, and then Lenny or Susan, I'm not sure, worked Friday and Saturday. So I'm not still sure how the rest, like next week, will look yet. If you are wondering, like, they haven't gotten back to my email or what's going on with my order, I promise it's not lost in the shuffle. Just have a little bit of patience with us as we, like,
I think most people
are trying to communicate with each other and all of that. So, if I've talked to you, if you've sent me a message, if you sent us an email, we have it. We're working on it. Right. I promise. Right. So, and
you did say that Lynn told you that a big Hoffman order did come in. So
yes.
Things are still churning.
Yes.
In the background.
That is good.
Yeah.
So, so if you have placed an order with Keepsakes and you're waiting on stuff, then we did get our Hoffman order in. So I have not seen it. It came on Friday. So I don't know how much of the things we ordered came in or not.
You said you had many people who, when they called to claim their patterns, they asked you to kit them up.
Yeah.
With fabric and thread. So that's a great...
that's awesome.
A great thing.
That takes time too. So,
but it does take time. Yeah.
So, and one thing that I learned on Tuesday was just how valuable a second pair of hands is.
Yeah.
Because I was the phone answerer, the fabric cutter, the floss finder, the credit card processor, all of the things.
The
packager, all the things.
Postage label maker.
All of it.
Yep.
And so, because it's just one person, it moves a little bit slower than it would if I had another person or two other people, or like it was all systems go like it usually is. But because we are being safe and following all of the CDC health guidelines, more than one person in the building is just not possible. So,
Right.
So that's how that's working.
I got on the live sale and just sat and watched it go for an hour, and you did a great job.
Well, thanks, Pam.
You did a really great job. And I think everybody was seeing that you were doing a great job. And even those who sat back and just watched and did screenshots of different charts.
Yeah.
Because unlike your lives, you had the camera faced toward the
chart itself.
So everything was, right on right. And people were doing screenshots of things that they wanted to buy perhaps from their own LNS.
Right.
So it was just phenomenal how it went.
Yes,
and,
that's amazing.
So
thank you all so much. We
absolutely.
love you. I have been getting a lot of inquiries from people as to, are we going to do it again? You didn't finish going through the bucket. Da, 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 da. And yes, we have been discussing doing more lives. But that is sort of my wheelhouse is social media. And so it's just figuring out when the best time is for me to be in the building. And that would mean Barbara not be in the building. So it's just figuring that out. But we will keep you all informed of when the next live sale will be. Right. Don't you worry about that.
Right. In the meantime,
kept
up with your other lives.
Yes. So it's, if you don't know, which if you are not subscribed to Just Keep Stitchin or don't follow me on Instagram, then you wouldn't know. But I've been doing a kind of Stay Home with Steph series on Instagram. And it's every day that I'm not at work and not Sunday. At 2 o'clock Eastern Standard. And it's on my own personal Instagram page. And it's Eastern Daylight right now. I guess not Eastern Standard, but whatever. 2 p.m. my time, which is in Ohio. And so I obviously didn't do on Monday or Tuesday because I was at work. And then I desperately needed Wednesday off. I had a doctor's appointment that I had to go to, and other small little errands I had to run, which I'll tell you fun stories in a minute. But I was supposed to come back and do live on Wednesday, and I was just like, I need a nap. Yeah.
And everybody understood.
And so everyone was super receptive. Yeah. So thank you to that. And then Thursday and Saturday were cross-stitch related lives, which those are both up on the YouTube. So you can watch them now if you'd like. And then Fridays was just on Instagram. It's unfortunately unable to be watched anymore, but if you were on Friday's live, it had nothing to do with cross stitch. It was kind of like my own personal journey story. So, which it went so well. Thank you all so much for all of your kind messages. It means the world to me. And this is like as if I didn't know it already, but this is a fantastic community to be a part of. And I'm lucky to have you all there behind me. So thank you all. So, I will keep you updated when I know when I'm working next, and we'll let you know what the Instagram live schedule looks like. For next week.
Right.
Yay.
All right.
Okay.
We had one spectacular event.
Well, I got to tell them about Muffin first.
Oh, you want to talk about Muffin first?
Really quickly.
All right. Real quick on Muffin.
Okay. So, I have 2 cats. This is not cross-stitch related, so fast forward if you don't care about my cats. But I have 1 cat. I have 2 cats. One of them, her name is Muffin. She is rotund. Okay? She's packing on the COVID-19 pounds. Okay? Well, she has a spot on her back that she cannot get to groom, and therefore in the winter, when her coat fluffs up, she sometimes gets a tuft of hair that, because she can't get to it with her tongue to groom it, it just gets tufty, tufty. And so I've tried to brush it up, and then I just couldn't.
Yeah.
Bless Nicole Buckeye Stitcher.
No kidding.
Our friend and yours.
No kidding.
Who came in and saved the day.
Yes.
By letting me borrow a pair of veterinary shears, an electric razor, basically.
Clippers.
And now I am officially a cat groomer.
Yeah.
So that was an exciting thing
very smoothly.
That happened on Wednesday. She was not a big fan. However, but she didn't fight it.
It worked. It did the trick.
But now she has this really cute bald spot on the back of her back, which is really funny. So, but
she's a happier cat.
But I think she's happier because I think it was getting to the point where it was bothering her. So, so that was really fun and exciting. Things I never thought I'd ever do ever. Because, to be fair, if we were living in a world where everything was operating as normal,
Right.
I would have just taken her to PetSmart and had the groomer do it.
Yeah.
So now I know how to do it myself.
So this is what is happening, right? During this period, we're learning to be resourceful, and we're learning to come to the assistance of others with kind gestures and helpful favors and
Yes.
tasks. And
Thank you, Nicole.
it was great. We drove over to Nicole's house, and of course I sat in the car.
And she put it in the mailbox
She had
for me.
put it in her mailbox for us to... had she dropped it off here?
No, I went to her house to pick it up.
Oh, that's right. We went to her house, picked it up out of her mailbox.
Yep.
She waved from the door.
Yep.
And then
I dropped off the next day.
we dropped it off the next day. So, this is what happens. The cream kind of rises to the top, if you will, in terms of human behavior and human interaction and
Just a funny
compassion and kindness and
it's a beautiful thing.
And it that's the silver lining to all of this.
And so because the world is not operating the way that it normally would, there are less people outside.
Yes.
Right? And so I've heard from multiple people on and seen different things on social media about look how much greener the trees are, and look at this and look at this and look at this. Well,
Mother Nature.
we have Mother Nature in our front yard.
We had
people.
Mother Nature in our front yard.
Okay, so I think it started end of last week.
Yeah, it was about a week ago.
Yes. And I had run out for dinner, I think. I did curbside or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was dusk, 7 p.m. maybe. Mm-hmm. And we live in a back lot. And
A flag lot in the back of the guy who's at the curb.
Right. And it is, we have a creek that runs behind our house. It's a wooded lot. I mean, we live in suburbia. We don't live in,
Right.
we are not rural by any means.
No.
But we do have a lot of trees around us, and it would be definitely going to a wooden lot. Mm-hmm. And
Not wooden, wooded.
wooded, that's what I said.
Oh, okay.
And I pulled in the driveway. This is me pulling in the driveway. Here's our front yard. Mm-hmm. Here is a fox. A bright red male. I don't know if he was male, to be fair. But big red fox. And I was like...
Actually, they're not that big. We are now fox experts.
Yes. Hello.
We know.
Welcome to the
ask
Fox
us
Channel.
any questions about foxhood. We know it.
Because we know it. And so I just saw the adult fox, and I was like, oh man. Mm-hmm. But then by the time I pulled in the driveway, and he had scurried. She, right. Whatever it was, scurried.
She came
away.
in the house. She said, Mom.
Pam.
She said, I just saw a fox.
In our front yard.
In our front yard. Now, we've had critters.
Yeah.
Anytime you have woods, bushes, whatever.
We have a bunny that lives in our yard. His name is
bunnies.
Peter.
We have squirrels. We have raccoons. We've got possums.
We have birds' nests.
Not
it all. All the nature.
Exactly. All the nature.
Yes. And so I was like, super cool. There was a fox. Whatever. And then it was maybe 4 or 5 days later.
Yeah.
And I don't know where I was in the house or why I was even looking out the front window. But I noticed that Mo, my older cat, she was on the kitchen table, which when we don't have people over, is pushed towards the front window. Mm-hmm. And she's got her back paws on the table.
She saw something.
And her front paws are up on the windowsill. And she's
Clearly.
She's going like this.
Something was going on.
And I'm like, what is she looking at?
Right.
Lo and behold, we don't have one fox. We don't have 2 foxes. We have 2 foxes and 7 fox babies.
Yes, we do. So we have been obsessed with our
Fox Watch
fox family in our front yard. And
they're amazing.
They are,
so
just not to give you the whole Encyclopedia Britannica or the Wikipedia on foxes.
Yeah, you can look it up yourself.
Go Google foxes.
But
they're basically nocturnal. I had not realized.
Did you not know that?
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, foxes are nocturnal for sure.
And so, you don't see anything during the day until
the sun sets.
The latter part of the afternoon.
Early evening. Because I haven't seen them yet today. And it's past 7.
Yeah, and the rain might have something to do with it.
That's true. So, we obviously have not found their home exactly. However,
We've got a pretty good idea.
we have a fairly good idea that the 7 and baby foxes are called kits, like kitted up kits.
How appropriate.
How appropriate. And they have sort of scooped a little entrance under our front steps.
Yeah.
However, I went and we had a delivery from FedEx yesterday, and I went out and got the box off of the front porch, and I looked around I didn't go anywhere really close to it, but I was close enough to see that it was not big enough for those adult foxes to get into. And so I was like, okay, so that must be where the kids hang out. I don't know. Maybe that's like,
well,
the playground, the playroom. I don't know.
They do dig somewhat shallow places for their dens.
Yeah.
Again, we're experts. Ask us anything.
Right.
But
true.
As she said, and I didn't go out to look, but she said, no, there's no way those adults could get in.
No.
Now, there clearly is one female. She actually was standing, nursing.
Yes.
The animal kingdom right out our front porch.
It's beautiful. So
the other one, we're not sure.
Yeah.
Whether
I think it's
another
a male.
female or it is the father. He seemed a bit of a sentry lookout.
Yeah, he was like walking the perimeter, like
kind of overseeing.
Yes, he seemed very like that.
However, apparently it is somewhat common that the father will take off.
Right. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we have faith in this fox.
And there is a cultural thing within the species that there might be a co-female, as in, really, they use this word, nanny. So we're not sure. We did.
We
didn't
checked.
get close enough to check.
Right. Yes.
But
it's
fascinating. These babies are amazing.
Incredible. So I took a ton of Instagram stories and put them up on Instagram. It was amazing. All of the things.
Yeah.
So I was able to kind of like compile like what I think would be like the best of the best Instagram slides. And so at the end of the video, because we won't put you through it here, and so you can fast forward to the end of the video if you'd like to watch the, so I took the Instagram videos are going to be vertical. I'm sorry about that. It's just the way that it was recorded for Instagram.
Yeah.
And then last night, I was able to take a little bit of video with Pam's phone, so it will be horizontal.
Yeah.
So it's maybe 7 minutes long, but it's like to see the little kits just play with each other. It will make your whole day.
Yeah.
It will make your whole day.
Yeah.
Your whole day.
So
that happened to us this week, which was very exciting.
All right.
So we are now the proud owners of a fox family.
I don't know about owning, but
we're going to...
They do not cause damage.
Correct. And so we are going to
They will eventually
let them
move
hang
on.
out.
So we are like giving them their space.
Yes. Lord knows we're not going outside. Right. Okay.
Correct. So moving on.
Yes. Let's do some hashtags.
Let's do the hashtag Stitch Harmony.
Okay.
And we know that this has been something that has had to kind of go into timeout for a bit until everybody can physically socialize. But I did find one from about 3 weeks ago that we haven't highlighted yet. So listen up. This is hashtag Stitch Harmony, our meager attempt to help stitchers find stitching buddies, if you will, in-person buddies, which is why it's in timeout right now. And this came to us, right.
But
start the process. If you think you might be able to make an overture to this stitcher, it might be the beginnings down the road of an in-person meetup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay? Mm-hmm. So like I said, 3 weeks ago, we got a comment, and it was short and simple and to the point, came to us from the Stitchy Nail Tech.
So I'm going to go ahead and assume that she's a nail technician and who stitches.
I'm thinking that's a pretty good subject.
Probably.
And she wrote, hashtag Stitch Harmony. I'm from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and would love to meet other stitchers in my area.
Woo!
So,
did you look up to see where Murfreesboro, Tennessee
I did not.
is?
I think it's in western Tennessee.
You have no idea where Murfreesboro is.
I did not look it up, so I'm not sure. Anyway, if you are anywhere near Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and think that eventually you might like to
I know
meet up,
there's a lot of stitchers in Tennessee.
there are a lot of stitchers in Tennessee. So this is how this works.
Yes, so this is how it works. Okay. So if you are someone who is a stitcher and who lives in, around, close to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and it's Murfreesboro, not Murfreesboro. It's Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
People in Tennessee know Murfreesboro. It's a pretty...
Well, I'm a person in Ohio, okay?
I know, but I'm just saying.
Okay. So if you live in the general vicinity of Murfreesboro, then you need to comment on this video and just say, hey, Stitchy Nail Tech.
Right.
I'm here. I stitch. Let's hang out.
Right.
And then the Stitchy Nail Tech, you need to read through read through the comments on this video, episode 144, and find people that are in your area.
Right. Right.
And then it's out of our hands.
Right.
So
take it from there, people.
it's up to y'all to make connections.
Make
and
connections.
friends,
Right.
And all
we
of
all need
these
connections
things.
these days.
Yes, we do.
All right. So that leads us to Pam's Pin Comment. Pam's Pin Comment comes to us from the great state of Kansas.
Kansas.
And it comes from Debbie Wolf. And this was her comment. Hello, ladies. I don't always comment. That's perfectly fine.
That's okay.
But watch you quite regularly and delight in your banter. Is that what this is? Banter?
That's exactly what this is.
I am also delighted that Steph is venturing to the dark side of higher count fabrics. That is about all I use anymore, but of course, as I am of advancing age, I use magnification. I always tell people that with enough light and magnification, you can stitch on anything.
Amen.
Great.
Amen.
Thanks for all your cheer, and thanks, Stephanie, for posting your live chats on Facebook for those of us who are not advanced enough to use the Insta thing. That's why she does it. LOL, Debbie Wolf in Kansas. So
Hello,
thanks,
Debbie.
Debbie. We pinned your comment to the top of all the comments that posted after last week's episode, and we appreciate every single one of the comments that we get every week.
Yes. Thank you all so much.
Let's talk about stitching, shall we?
Let's.
All right.
Let's talk about whips.
Oh,
and we need to
we need to
talk about this.
Thank you, Jen.
So last week I was like, who was it that we were watching who says whips?
It was Jenny.
Jenny Long Dog Stitcher. If you're not watching her do it, she's hysterical.
Oh yeah, she's a doll. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So we're going to talk about whips. So it's a. This isn't our first video of April. This is our second video of April. But this week I started my April ornament.
Right.
And so for those of you that are unfamiliar, we're doing, we each have picked out 10 ornaments, 5 Christmas and 5 Halloween each. Then we put each individual ornament on a decision roulette wheel. And then at the end of each month, we spin the wheel and then it will tell us what's happening for the next month. So, when I spun the wheel, at the end of March, it landed on Tues Halloween by Blackbird Designs. And I, instead of picking a individual stocking from this book, I just put the book in the wheel. And then I was like, well, there's so many in here that I want to do. So then I'll just pick one that strikes my fancy. Yeah. You might be familiar. I did stitch this one for a smalls exchange at one point, but I don't have any for myself. So, the one that there's so many fantastic ones in here and I love them all. But, the one that I ended up doing or am working on is Night Song. And so this is what it will look like when it is done. I love it. I love it.
Seeing the picture now and knowing what you've gotten done so far, you're just about halfway done already.
Oh, easy. Yeah, easy. Mm-hmm. So, and just as a side note, so I thought that it was a misprint when it said that the moon color was Classic Colorworks Ginger Snap. It is not a misprint. That is actually the color of Ginger Snap, as you will see in my wheel.
Which ginger snap?
Classic Colorworks.
Classic Colorworks.
And then
okay.
just to add,
More confusion.
they also call for Gentle Arts Ginger Snap.
Wow.
To be clear, Classic Colorworks is one word ginger snap, and Gentle Arts is 2 words ginger snap.
Wow.
Let's
just confuse all the stitchers.
Come on, girls.
Yes.
So, night song.
Right.
I am stitching mine on... So, yes, I'm obsessed with 40 count now, but... So, I did the math. And if I were to stitch any of these stockings, or, well, particularly the one that I'm doing on 40 count, it would literally be...
Itty bitty.
2.5 inches wide.
It would be itty bitty.
Like, it would super be cute. It would be super cute. However,
right.
It was just too small. And so, and ginger snap is one of those colors that, like, you have to do it on something that it will pop up of.
Right.
You don't want it to blend in.
Fabric very carefully.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm stitching mine on a 32 count linen from xJudesign. Is it designed or design?
Singular.
xJudesigns
Right.
on Etsy, and in the color light hazelnut.
Right.
And that is how much I have done.
There you go.
So
you've got the beak, the eye, and the necklace with the star.
Yep.
And the shape of the moon on the stocking.
Yes. So you can see. So this is so I started at the top of the stocking as opposed to the center because it was a more full coverage stocking than some of the other ones, and then have worked my way down. And mine's going to look a little bit different to me. I'm using all the called for threads, but dye lots changing things. And so the main color of this bird to me looks blue, kind of, and it says charcoal. So,
oh, okay.
I didn't buy a fresh skein. We had some in our stash, but that is definitely not blue. But it looks awesome, so I'm super excited about it. And
the look is good.
And as you can see, it pops really well. So, and then this is kind of like a little insight onto like the method of how I stitch. So I came down here, and then I did the moon on this side, and then I'll do the bird moving over, and then I'll do the moon up here, and then
it's going to be striking, I think.
I'm hopeful.
Yes.
I really, really am.
Yes.
Okay, Pam, what'd you work on this week?
Well, I worked on a couple of things.
Sure did.
I continued with...
Oh, yeah, you don't have any whips.
I don't have any whips.
Oops.
Because...
Oops. So sorry.
I've been busting it out, people.
I guess that means it's time for finishes.
It is. I continued to work on Widow's Walk, which you saw last week.
Yes.
And I finished it. And let me tell you, this is going to be one of my favorite stitches of my stitching life.
Ever?
Yeah. I really love this thing.
Well, that's cool. I'm so glad.
This was, originally a start on a piece of burnt orange fabric. And I believe it was too high a count. And it was
36.
Yeah, and I didn't like...
You didn't like one thread, you didn't like two threads.
Yeah,
so.
I couldn't find the right combination. So I ended up, speaking of xJudesigns, I ended up looking at her fabrics on Etsy.
I didn't even realize that.
And I saw that she was selling like a very inexpensive 10 by 10 piece.
Yeah.
And it looked like a possible candidate for me to restart this. So I messaged her. She's very responsive. I think her name is Jukas. She's in Hungary. And I said, I purchased the little swatch, if you will, got it, loved it, decided that's what I wanted, and then recommunicated with her and said, I need a piece this size. And so this was where I started. So this is one of my 2 WIPGO pieces for April. This was number 25 on my bingo card. And when I started, I had, I think, the middle upstairs window done.
That was it.
That was it.
No, it's done.
These are all the called for colors, including, like we mentioned last week, the sea foam for the main color of the house, which is absolutely perfect. It looks
Absolutely
very
perfect.
seacoasty.
It sure does. Very coastal.
It's very coastal.
Yes.
So here is Widow's Walk, and this is from Carriage House Samplings. And this was a, what did we figure? Which Mania?
A Stitch Mania 2018.
2018 Mania start as well. So there it is. And, you know, it's not very big.
Nope.
But there's a lot in it. I loved every second of every section. Interesting, on the chart, if you look at the model on the cover, the 3 flowers in each bottom corner have orange centers. Okay. The key, the color key on the chart says one side has blue centers, the other side has orange centers. So I guess it's up to you. I kind of went with orange for all the flowers in the middle, just for the symmetry of it. And
makes more sense to me.
But you know, the little splotches of blue, the girl's dress, and the boat really set themselves off.
And the eyes of that white cat.
The eyes of the cat are blue, and I just love this piece. This is, I will probably have it framed. So
it's showing up a little bit more orangey than it is, really.
Maybe it's...
I don't know exactly what it is, but
yeah,
it's okay. It's blowing it out because of the light. It's a little bit darker than this, but it's good. I mean, it's
that's true. That's true. It's
a great fabric for this piece.
It's more burnt orange, and I use the loop start to do all of my singular stars in the sky. I did carry on a few sections, so that was fun.
Cool.
So that was one of my finishes.
There you go.
Then I thought, okay, let's pull out the other one. This one I had, again, one window done.
Just go and stitch in windows of houses, and then that's
you know,
it.
just put it away.
Right.
This is from Bent Creek. This was a special edition kit called Showers and Flowers. So typically with Bent Creek kits, you get everything. You get the fibers, you get the fabric, any embellishments, anything.
All the things.
And so, you know, everything is going to be compatible.
Yeah.
That your threads are going to lay nicely on the fabric and so forth.
Yep.
So starting with the one window done, I just worked steadily on this, and this is very sweet. This is called Showers and Flowers from Bent Creek. It's very small, and
it's so pretty though. But it's full coverage though.
It has came with the beads for the raindrops. It is full coverage. It came with the little teeny tiny bee charm down in the corner in the grass, and French knots in the window boxes. And it's just very sweet. Someone has already commented on my Instagram post and said, was I going to do all the seasons? And I don't know, because I've never seen the other seasons. So if somebody knows about the others, I could not find this on the Bent Creek website.
Well, you said it was limited edition, didn't you?
Right. So it might have been for a retreat that the Bent Creek girls were at.
Don't know.
I don't know.
What do you want to do with that?
I don't know.
Make it into a pillow or stand up, or I don't think framing it's necessary.
No, it won't be framed. But I think it would be maybe a cute little pillow in the spring.
I do too. Yeah.
Or a little hard finish.
Okay.
A little something you put in an easel, maybe.
Oh, cute.
So yeah. So that's Showers and Flowers. Good luck finding it, because it took me a long time. Well, I just wanted to, you know, sometimes you do that. You Google, see other people's, and I couldn't find anybody who'd stitched this.
Huh.
So,
fascinating.
And it is not, unless the girls have hid it somewhere on that website. I could not find it. It's not a snapper. It's not a... It's
kit.
It's not a kit unless they've hit it somewhere. So from 2000. So it's 20 years old. So yeah. So good luck with that. And if anybody knows of other seasons, you know, maybe there's a little winter one that would show the snow falling or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
that would be cute.
That would be cute, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
So 2 finishes. Both of my WIPGOs gone. 11 and 25 were called for April.
Check. Are you going to ring the bell for that finisher?
There you go.
Now can I show mine?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. She has an awesome one too.
Yes. So I finished my quarantine starts, as it were. So there's a group of us within our Whistle Stop group who are basically have challenged each other to not start anything until October when we go to Tennessee for Whistle Stop.
Right.
And so, however, we were allowed a 1 start for quarantine, and this is the one I picked. I don't know why I picked it, but I did. And so this is called Ebenezer's Blessing by Erica Michaels, and I think I mentioned last time that the chart on the inside doesn't match the cover. I don't have the chart over here, but it doesn't match. You
explained all that last week.
The cover photo, and this is what I meant. So it says, I believe that Christmas has done me good and will do me good. God bless it. This is stitched on 40 count Weeks Dye Works linen in the color beige. And the green is Seaweed from Weeks Dye Works. The red is Cupid from Classic Color Works. The green is called for, the red is not. So, the trees are what was not pictured on the cover. And then I opened the chart and I was like, what is that?
Strange.
Those are trees. I hadn't fully decided if I was going to do the trees until I got up there. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do them. And I'm really glad I did. So I ended up doing the border as well. And then the inside chart also had the word Christmas with like a white background. And I just didn't think that would look right. So I opted out of that.
Right.
But
how are you going to finish this?
Well, my original plan was a pillow.
Yeah.
But now I feel like it's too big for a pillow.
Well, it depends.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it would be cute as a little frame thing. But I don't know. I have not decided. Yeah. Because originally it was just going to be this.
Right.
Which is cute. Don't get me wrong. It's very cute. But then you add the trees onto it and you're like, okay. Okay. So, I love this. This is my first. God bless you, Pam. This is my, second, technically, larger project on 40 count. So,
yeah.
I love it.
Came out great.
Thanks, Pam.
Yep.
Thanks so much.
All right.
Happy finishes, everyone. Okay. Fantastic. All right. So, let's talk about some promotions.
Yes.
So, the beginning of a new month always means we get mail. And we get mail from Idaho.
Yeah.
And that's because we are in the SewMuch2Luv Project Bag of the Month Club. SewMuch2Luv is a small business that is on Etsy. We will link her shop below.
Right.
It is owned and operated by Karen Torres out in Idaho. Hello, Karen. And we are in her Bag of the Month Club. Right. And so what that means is we get an exclusive bag for the club. She might have some extras that she'll sell up on her shop, on her Etsy shop. So if you see the April bag and you like it, you can always keep an eye on her Etsy to see if she has any extras. We get the standard size bag, but you never just get the bag. You always get some goodies, and this is now the second year, I believe, that we've been doing this. Yes, the second year. And so the goodies are And then she always sends you like a lovely note that like breaks down what everything is so you know what they are. So she sent a lovely, lovely letter. And then I always keep this out. So when I tell you all the information, I get it right.
Right.
So from Retromantic Fripperies, which is kind of a laser wood cutting company. This is the Hoppy Stitching Scissor Fob. And thread keep. Look at the body.
Cute.
And then it says So Much to Love on the back. So you can put your threads here. And then there is a like kind of jumbo
lobster claw
situation.
Right.
So cute. And then there are 2 hand-dyed fibers from Victoria Motto. The pink is pink hyacinth, and then the blue is blue bonnet.
Beautiful.
Very Eastery and lovely. And then a bag of Easter M&Ms.
You haven't eaten those yet. That's amazing.
Nope. And then every month she also sends a bag of stash tea that kind of goes with the month.
Right.
And this month was acai berry.
Yep.
Lovely. Lovely.
Love it.
And so,
do you want to see the bag? You're going to die.
I literally squealed like a child
She did.
when I opened it. Because if there was ever a bag made for me. Well, you know what April is all about. April's all about Easter and the, you know, changing of the seasons and the animals coming out and the bunnies. Oh my God. Look at this fabric. Look at all those freaking bunnies. Are you even serious? Blue bunny, yellow bunny, gray bunny, precious, precious gray bunny. Another butterfly, blue bunny. Oh my good night. Ah!
Adorable.
I love it so much.
Right.
This is probably my favorite bag so far this year. I mean, I know it's only month 4. So we're only a third of the way through.
Yeah, I know.
However.
Yeah.
Love it. And then her signature
Felt heart.
whip stitched felt heart, and then the rickrack, and then I love this pink fabric,
Gorgeous.
and then the inside is this really lovely pink and white check.
Isn't that lovely?
So it is amazing,
Right.
and this fabric is so pretty and so cheerful, and in a time when
you need to be following So Much to Love on
Yes.
Instagram because of the extras that Stephanie mentioned. And also, check out the charity sale she's having of a particularly pretty print.
Pam's ordered a bag. It's on its way.
It's just lovely. And proceeds, depending on what you buy, are going to people on the front line in both New York City and Italy. So check that out. She's right. I ordered the big bottom bag, and because that obviously the more you spend, the more that goes to charity.
Yes.
So I wanted it to be a substantial amount to go to charity. So,
But when the bag comes, then we will show it to you, of course.
and I think she's still got some because the ship date is like 3 or 4 weeks out. So there's still time. So follow So Much to Love Karen on Instagram to read more about that.
And it is so much SewMuch, then the number 2, and then LUV.
There you go.
So Much to Love.
Right.
So, next.
You're not going to eat those.
Did you know that they're pastel colored? I'm sorry. Pastel purple.
Of course.
Robin's egg blue. Yellow. I'm sorry, I guess technically this is mauve.
Whatever. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about
Twin Peak Primitives.
our friends in the Netherlands, Nursen and Nerden from Twin Peak Primitives.
Yes.
And
first things first is pattern of the week.
right.
And so what pattern of the week means is that we look through their incredible collection of charts and we find a chart that we love, that we think that you'll love too. And we tell the girls and they say, okay. And they make it 20% off.
Right.
And this week's chart is called what, Pam?
This week's chart is called Meticulous Martha. Meticulous Martha. And it's an adorable design.
It is.
And I thought it was appropriate because some of us, maybe not all, but some of us are using this time at home to perhaps tackle household projects, whether it's cleaning out a closet or redoing their cupboards or even outside in the yard. Not us, but anyway, it's a very sweet design of a young lady in her kitchen, and she's meticulous about keeping her house neat.
And her name is Martha.
So we're going to insert a picture of Meticulous Martha
here.
Isn't that sweet? And what I noticed when I was choosing it, there are a couple of blue and white plates on the cupboard, if you missed those. And one of them has a little blue windmill on it. So, obviously the Dutch influence.
Yes.
So, Meticulous Martha
if you would like to get your hands on the pattern of the week at the 20% discount, then there's a couple ways you can do so. You can get a PDF download of the pattern of the week from either the Twin Peak Primitives Etsy shop or their website. Both are linked below.
Right.
If you are a hard copy of a chart kind of person, that is cool too. You can purchase yours exclusively through Beach Cottage Stitchers, which is an online needlework shop, also linked below. You just need to mention that you heard about it from us to get the 20% off.
Yeah.
And that particular chart will be 20% off between now and when episode 145 goes live.
Right.
So
hop on over.
Yes. And then we also just wanted to quickly mention, just in case you have not watched us in a couple weeks, that Dutch Mania 2020 has now been postponed to Dutch Mania 2021.
Yeah.
So everything is still the same. The chart that you have to purchase to enter is still the same. It is the Springfield 1817 sampler. Once you purchase the chart, then your name goes on the list to potentially win that third ticket to travel with us to both Italy and to the Netherlands. And so it was just the best decision all around to decide to postpone until next year.
Right.
And the further along that we go this year, I'm fully believing that we did make the right choice.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So if you have already purchased the chart in hopes of going in September of 2020,
you're still in.
You're still good.
Yep.
So you're all set.
Yeah.
So you have over a year to purchase the chart, and you can get it from either a PDF download from their website or Etsy shop, or from Beach Cottage Stitchers, and that will automatically put you on a list.
Right. It's a beautiful, beautiful sampler.
Yes.
Go check it out while you're picking up Meticulous Martha.
Yes.
They'll have it all marked for Dutch Mania. And you know, if you start now, you might have it finished, even though you don't have to stitch it.
Right. You don't have to.
But, you know, it's really beautiful.
It is.
And it's sampler year. So,
correct.
There you go.
So, yay.
Okay. So, that leads us to
mail call.
What's next?
Okay. So, we got some fun stuff in the mail.
We did.
This week.
We did.
So, we got a really lovely card just to say hello.
Just to say hello.
From our friend and yours, Michelle, made Moose Mom Stitcher on Instagram.
Yep.
You having a bad day? Do you want my box to play with? Absolutely. And a very, very sweet note.
Yes,
and
thanks, Michelle.
Made our day.
Wonderful to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Okay. This next item. All right. So, let me get all my stuff out here so I don't mess it up and not say the wrong thing. Okay. So, I received a message from the lovely, lovely Karen. Not Karen Tours with SewMuch2Luv.
Another Karen.
Karen, her Instagram name is KarenC906 on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And she reached out to me, and she, basically, long story short, she wanted to do a good deed, pay it forward, and she wanted to do that kind of through us. So, I said, absolutely, we're game.
Love that idea.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. This is what is the amazing part about this community.
Mm-hmm.
So, Karen had 2 of the same chart. And what she wanted to do, she wanted to send us the duplicate and she wanted us to give it away on our channel. So that is exactly what we're going to do in honor of Karen and her generosity.
Right.
And so the duplicate chart is from Lizzie Kate, and it is called, it's one of her inspiration boxers, A Perfectly Kept House.
Yes.
And it says, a perfectly kept house is the sign of a misspent life.
That kind of goes along with our whole theme of our pattern of the week.
Meticulous Martha, yes ma'am.
Yeah.
And then you also get the chart for this, which says, live simply, which is super, super cute.
And we're learning to do that, too.
Yes. And so this includes the fabric. So
And the buttons. Little teeny tiny buttons.
and the buttons.
Right.
So, basically, we understand, and as does Karen, understands that at this time, although, you know, you do have the stashes that you have and all of the things to get you through, you have to make choices as to what you spend your money on, and you might not be able to purchase cross-stitch stash right now because of the current situation we're in.
Correct.
And so this is Karen's way, our way of...
And what's the name of it?
The name of the chart is A Perfectly Kept House.
A Perfectly Kept House.
Yes.
So if you would be interested in this, a good word to use would be house. We're all getting to know our houses really well.
Yes.
So
Use
why
the
don't
word
you use
house.
that in a sentence?
Yes.
That would be perfect.
And then I will give this chart away next week. We will pull a winner. So just make sure that you use the word house in...
Like, get me out of my house.
Yes. Yes. Or I'm really enjoying being in my house.
Yeah, yeah. Or this house is too small.
Right. For the both of us. One's got to go. So thank you so much, Karen.
She
for
even
your
sent a postage paid envelope.
She did. So as
Thought
soon
of
as we pull
everything,
a winner
Karen.
and get your address, then we will send it off to you. So that came in the mail this week. I know, impromptu giveaway. It's been a minute since we've done a giveaway. So
No kidding. Very good.
So thank you so much,
Good
Karen.
timing. Good timing, good theme.
There we go. Okay. Let me write down the giveaway.
Yep.
Okay. So I make sure I put that in the notes. Okay. And I'll put down the instructions just in case you need them. Okay. So, I got something in the mail this week that I've been looking forward to getting for like, I don't know how long, but I also sort of kind of forgot about it. But anyway, I am very careful to, if someone is stitching a chart that I love, I will not be the first person to be like, what are you doing with that when you're done?
Yeah, we talked about this last week or the week before,
Yeah.
right? We're not apt to do that.
Right. However, there are some exceptions that I will make. If it's someone that I know,
Yeah.
that I've met before, that I would call a friend, that
Yeah.
it's comfortable, whatever,
Yeah.
then I do tell, because I know then there's a real outstanding relationship there, right? So, I follow Lisa at Kindred Stitcher. I'm sure that all of you know who she is. She is a FlossTuber and a prolific stitcher and seamstress and does all the crafty things.
Right.
And I have had the pleasure of meeting her now at the last two Midwest Crotcheters retreats that we've been to. And so she had posted a finish of one of the kits that she got from the Dying to Stitch, I almost said the wrong LNS, Dying to Stitch Quaint Country Ladies Club.
Oh, okay.
So this is an exclusive club
To a club.
kit. Chart is not available to the public. I am assuming, because this came out, I think, closer to the holidays, I'm assuming that Dying to Stitch does not have any more kits available at this point in time. But Quaint Country Ladies Club is, like, does a lot of things with Pineberry Lane.
Right. Right.
And I'm kind of getting into a lot of that primitive stuff. And I saw this on Instagram, stitched by Lisa, and I was like, oh man, I need that in my life. And I sent Lisa a message, and I was like, hey, I usually don't do this. You can tell me no, it's totally cool, I get it, I understand. But what are you doing with that when you're done? And she was like, it's yours. And I'm like, okay. And thank you so much. And so she it took her a while to get it FFO'd. whatever. Not like I don't have anything to stitch. And so she sent me a message end of last week, and she said, hey, it's on my way to you. And she said that there was one condition. And the condition was that when I am done stitching it, that I pass it on.
Good.
And I am 100% here for that.
Yeah. Good.
So, the chart that I am referring to is from Pineberry Lane, and it is called Merry and Bright.
Right. So this isn't in their catalog. This was a exclusive club pattern. Or
yes.
Kit. Right.
To Dying to Stitch.
Yeah.
Typical standard operating procedures for these particular exclusive clubs are that eventually, like a year or so down the road, they do get released to, you know, the general public, if you will, but not for that period of time. There's like a contract and things involved. But this is so cute. Mm-hmm. I love the tree. Mm-hmm. I love the squareness of those people. Mm-hmm. I also like the idea that the lady is as tall as the Christmas tree. Yeah, I just really, really love it. And Lisa was so kind enough to send me her remaining threads.
That was nice.
And so the called for fabric, I believe, is 36 count. I'm also not... Yeah, 36 count. Obviously, there's no fabric in here because Lisa stitched it, though. However, I will probably stitch it on 40 count. So,
be sweet.
That might be...
coming up soon?
Yes, we have...
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, we have a couple allotted starts over the summer, so...
Ooh.
Summer's coming up quick. So, thank you so much, Lisa. I'm so excited to stitch this.
Right.
Super pumped.
Right.
And then, I got a package from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Did you hear? Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Wisconsin is where all the nice people live.
Right.
I'm just kidding. There are nice people everywhere.
Right.
But you all know about our friend Lisa Kretzer. Hello, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
She's the one who put our face on chocolate.
Yeah.
And so her and I got in she actually did a very, very sweet thing. And she called me maybe 2 weeks ago and just to check in, see how I was doing with everything that I've taken on during this quarantine. And that was very sweet. And it was a really good conversation. And we got to talking, of course, about 40 count fabric and all the things because she loves 40 count fabric just like I do. And we got to talking about the difference between, Weeks Dye Works Zweigart bases versus their old Weeks Dye Works base and all the things. So, she said that she had some new Zweigart base 40 count Weeks fabric and she would send me some to try.
Okay.
And so I said, thank you so much. So she sent me this really lovely card. Thank you so much. And then she sent me this extremely generous piece of 40 count Confederate Gray.
Ooh. Nice.
From Weeks Dye Works.
Yep.
And it's got the orange on the seam. Mm-hmm. So that means it's...
Nice.
Yes. And I think... Lisa, did you search this yourself? Thank you for that, if you did. If you didn't, then that's cool too. But ironically enough, the two Sewn in Friendship charts that were... One half was Paula from Plum Street, and the other half was Best Twist Heartstring Sampler. And they're the two, they came out at market. Kia and I are stitching those for each other. And we're going to do them on 40 count Confederate Gray. And Kia was originally going to send me a piece, and I was like, you don't have to send me a piece anymore. Because Lisa did. So I'm super excited about trying this out. So, and I had a comment... Well, we had a comment on last week's video, I think it was. And somebody said, as you try different 40 count fabrics, can you let us know how they are? And absolutely, 100%.
More than happy to, yeah.
More than happy to do that.
Right.
So, thank you so much, Lisa.
Right.
Okay. Next in the mail came from our good friend, Sheila.
Yeah.
And... this would be Sheila Burton.
Right.
And she sent a lovely card. Thank you. And she basically was thanking me for doing the Stay Home with Steph videos, which is very, very sweet. I enjoy doing it as much as you all enjoy watching. So this was very sweet. However, she could not just send me a gift. She had to send Pam a gift too. So what did she send you, Pam?
Well, she didn't have to, but she sent me 3 skeins of color and cotton. And they are in the patriotic colors.
Of course.
Red, parlor,
Ooh.
white.
Well, this is just called parlor, not red parlor.
Right, sorry.
Just so you know. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go.
This is tusk. And this is Prussian blue. So, essentially red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
But I was trying to give you the color and cotton. I love color and cotton thread. I love it. I love it, love it. I love everything Angela does.
It's amazing.
So, that was my gift, and thank you very much, Shelia.
Yes. And
I really appreciate it.
And then my gift was, she had seen that I was collecting all of the Prairie Schooler alphabet books, and she knew that I still had some I needed to add to my collection, or one, need is a loose word.
Right.
But she sent me 2 of them. And so this is PQR. Mm-hmm. So P is for parrot, Q is for quilts, and R is for rabbit. I love that rabbit so much.
Yeah, that's a great rabbit.
And then the next book is the STU. So S is for sewing. Love that. T is for time. I actually really love that block. And then U is for unlock, which I think is very unique. I love the little Scotty dog in there. It's super, super cute. So, thank you so much.
And these are in mint condition.
Yes,
so
absolutely perfect. So
beautiful. Original cardstock. Beautiful.
So excited about them.
Yeah.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Okay. Next, we got mail from Liz Matthews.
Hello from Liz Matthews.
I mean, at this point, she's just my friend Liz because we talk all the time, which is really, really cool. So our relationship has really grown since I met her at market. We've had... You gonna make it over there?
Yeah.
We've had a couple of video chats with Kia, her and I together, so that's super cool. She's a really great girl, as I'm sure that you all know if you watch her FlossTube and or her Instagram. So, it was another instance where we got talking about 40 count, and she's fallen down the 40 count rabbit hole along with me and along with Kia, and so she wanted to, because we had talked about wanting to try different brands of different 40 count fabrics, she sent, and she was so sweet because she sent this very lovely card. And it says, friendship doubles our joys and divides our cares. I love it. And it's a very, very sweet note. So thank you so much, Liz. And then she sent me... Okay, so I think the labels got flipped because Yes. So the labels got flipped. It's fine. It doesn't matter. I know what they are.
So that's the...
So this one...
40 count shadow.
Yes, this is 40 count shadow.
From PTP.
From Picture This Plus.
That's so pretty.
I see a Halloween ornament happening on this. Just saying. Mm-hmm. And then this is 40 count Stars Hollow blend.
Yes.
From R&R.
That's yummy.
I'm here for it.
Yes.
So something beautiful is going to go on both of these. I've not stitched on 40 count Picture This Plus or 40 count R&R. So I am very excited about this. Yeah. Very excited about it. So, so thank you so much, Liz. I love you so much.
She also sent, she asked me, she said, did I pick up Nantucket sampler from market this year? And I hadn't. I picked out 2 others. And I hadn't picked out Nantucket sampler.
Well, this one didn't come out at market.
Oh, we had it
at the trunk show at Stitchaway.
The trunk show at Stitchaway, not market release. Nantucket sampler.
Okay.
And so she asked me if I had it. and I had not picked it up. I told her it was on my list, which it was. And so she said, don't buy it, don't buy it, don't buy it. So she sent me Nantucket Sampler from Liz Matthews. And I didn't realize this. Did you know that Liz Matthews used to design way back in the late 90s?
I knew that.
Elizabeth's Garden was her brand, and she was
I love that.
She was quite young, so under the
She was like 16.
Under the tutelage of her mom, of course, Kathy Barrick. And so this is the Nantucket Sampler, and it's just lovely.
I love it.
And so
oh, the peacock.
Yeah, so thank you, Liz. Add it to the other two that I got at I think I got the...
You got the anchor.
I got the anchor at Market, and I got the carnation sampler at Market, and I had previously at Stitch Away gotten the reindeer one.
Oh yeah, the New England reindeer.
The New England reindeer one. So I'm getting quite a collection. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Liz. Yeah. And if you have not checked out her FlossTube or her Instagram, you need to, because she
does a great job.
She does.
Yeah. So that's going to pretty much wrap it up.
Well, what about that?
Oh, I did want to mention this. This is kind of doesn't really have a category.
Well, I mean, technically, it's like sort of haul.
It's sort of haul, but I didn't pay for it. I happened to see, I think it was Parkhopper Bart on Instagram, and he's a floss tuber as well. Parkhopper Bart. Sorry, Bart. He posted this. It is a design by another male stitcher. I don't know his first or last name. He designs under the under his Instagram handle, at least, and it's called Stitching in Brooklyn. And you need to check him out because he's starting to design, and he starts with sketches and everything.
Yeah, it's really cool to see the process.
It's really neat. This is a very touching design, and all I did was message him, and he just sent it along free of charge. And it is called We Stitch For ... in quotes. And I'm going to show you this. No, I'm going to read it first.
Okay.
It says, we stitch for all those gone, all those present, and those to be. And of course, it represents how hard the city of metropolitan New York, including Brooklyn and the Bronx and Staten Island and the Big Apple and all
Queens
of it.
and Manhattan.
Exactly. Have been hit by this terrible, terrible virus. And I think it is just lovely. And here it is. It's called We Stitch For. It's a free chart for the asking. It shows a young man stitching. It shows
That's awesome.
the buildings outside his window, a sewing machine, a cabinet of DMC, a shelf of books, a couple of little designs up here.
I love it.
He said this top one, which looks like a little tree, kind of represents his branding. And then this one is actually another chart that he's done. And it's called, and it looks like a lantern.
Yeah.
And it's called Be the Light. And he will send you that as well. So, Stitching in Brooklyn, whoever you are, I hope someone lets you know that we're showing this chart.
Yeah.
Because it's very, very unique and very, very meaningful for this period of time in the great city of New York City.
Yes.
So, there you go. So, I did want to show that because I think it's really cool.
It's very cool.
It has a pretty good. It's about, you can stitch it because it's pretty much full coverage, so it doesn't really matter what you stitch it on. He recommends any 18 count. It measures 164 by 216, and yeah, these things are just amazing what designers are coming up with.
Super cool.
He put in a note at the bottom, over the years I have come across many amazing patterns. However, I have not found a pattern that featured a male stitcher. I am very happy to share this pattern with you and hope that it will remind you of yourself or a special stitcher in your life. Much love, Stitching in Brooklyn.
Nice.
So he is sticking to his branding name, and so there you go.
Lovely.
It can't get much more meaningful than that.
No, ma'am. Cannot.
All right. Looking ahead.
No real haul this week, so that was
no real haul. We have. We don't really even have anything on order, do we?
Nope, not really.
Not really.
No.
I'm pretty much, doing my whips, and she certainly has plenty to pick from.
I sure do.
We're going to. I got my wine delivery yesterday. That's exciting.
Very exciting.
We're supposed to get our produce delivery tomorrow.
Okay.
And
when's our Omaha steak coming?
Omaha steaks should be here later in the week.
Very exciting.
And
grocery pickup Tuesday?
Grocery pickup on Tuesday, supposedly.
All right.
It's about a week out in our area of the country to get
a slot.
A slot for a pickup at our local grocery. This is the new normal. So we are rolling with the punches, and I hope you're able to find it within yourselves to do the same thing.
And please do not forget that after we say goodbye, do not turn your camera. Do not turn it off.
Right. Stay tuned for the Fox family.
Fox family video.
You have to stay for the Fox family.
So again, I'm not 100% sure as to what I'm working this week. But I will probably know, I'm assuming, by the end of the evening.
Yeah.
And then so make sure that if you're interested in hanging out with me for an hour during the week, that you come hang out. 2 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time on Instagram. I just go live for an hour and talk about cross stitch.
It goes really fast.
It's a fun time.
Yeah.
But if you're unable to, then I always upload them up to YouTube, so you can catch them out if you miss them during that time. So that's no big deal.
Yeah.
And we hope that we're going to continue to stay safe. We have our stay-at-home order still is in effect until the 1st of May, and who knows what will happen then. So,
that's right.
In regards to StitchCon, nothing has changed as of yet. So we will keep you updated if anything changes. We are just kind of waiting to hear from the convention center, and if they call it, then we will call it. But at this point, they haven't called it, so neither have we. So, and other than that,
that's about it.
That's about that.
We're gonna continue to stay safe and not take any chances, and stay in and stitch and
watch our foxes.
Stay active on social media, and that's where you'll find us. So we hope the same for you.
Yes, please.
And we will see you back together. We'll see you back here next Sunday night, early next week.
Yep.
And you can catch Stephanie throughout the week on her Insta Live. Yay! So stay safe, everybody. We love you, and we don't want anything to happen to you. So
no, we don't. So listen to your government officials.
Listen to your government officials, and use your common sense.
Yes.
All right. So until next time, I'm Pam.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is
Just Keep Stitching. Bye.
Look at these freaking baby foxes. I am dead. They're running. We're going to pretend like the bunny that's dead is not Peter. It's a visitor. Peter is smarter than this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't know, but they're so cute.
I wish one of the bigger foxes would take that.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. That's okay. Stop it. Stop it right now. Stop it right now. The tree in the oh, stop, there's another fox. Look at that fox, look at that fox, look at that fox, look at that fox.
You think that's the dad?
I don't know.
There's a bunny that's dead right there. He came over to check out the bunny that's dead. See the bunny?
Okay, so there's one.
I think that's the dad.
Yeah, I think that over there is Dad. Dad knows we live here. Hi, Dad. And then there's one bunny. I know you see me, Mr. Foxy Woxy. I see you. Don't worry, we're just gonna here take pictures of you. And all your cute little kids. So there's 5. Oh, I thought I saw their hole. There might be 6. How's your quarantine going? We have a fox family. There's 4 right there. Look at him. He's like, hey, let's play, let's play, let's play, let's play. Let's play, let's play, let's play. Children, no fighting, no pulling of hair. Hey. I love them. He's got to get him. Ooh, right on the nose. Oh. He was my boyfriend first. He's like, I'm gonna like this concrete. I like this step right here. It smells nice. Okay. Have myself a little lick.
Probably a dead skunk underneath there.
Oh, bye.
There's the parental unit checking us out.
So these are our little baby foxes that live outside of our house. Look at how cute they are. Aren't they just the cutest? There are 7 little kits. They are so cute. So I'm sorry if I make you seasick with this video, but they run around like crazy. And they're so cute. Look at them. And there are 2 adults. Oh. And right there's a hole that leads to under the front steps. And there's another one right there. And yesterday we counted 7 of them. And they're so cute. Look at them. Oh. They're just so cute. I love them so much. They're my new favorite thing. And we're gonna let them stay under the front porch for as long as they'd like. Word on the street and our research says that they will hang out until they get old enough to be on their own. And then, I mean, look at how cute that is. Oh, it's adorable. And there's the brother, look at it. Oh my good night. Oh my good night. Oh. Where are you going? I could literally sit here for hours and watch them play. Oh. Get him, get him, get him. Oh, dang. Feisty little beasts. Oh, we got another one coming out. I'm gonna try. They're nuts. I'm gonna try and wait till the adult comes back so you guys can see the adult. There are 2 adults. He doesn't want to leave him alone. But they just kind of hang out here by the shrubs. And, oh, sorry. And we watch them come in down the hole. I'm sorry it's so dark, but He's so cute. So cute. Oh. They've dug up this tarp over here, and they just play with it all the time. And they climb up and down the steps. This one's such a butthead. He just scared himself. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. So, they're super cute. I'll see if I can get some more footage later, but, yep. These are our fox family. Happy Easter, everybody.